Hello everybody, welcome back to another Geometry Dash video. So, the level I'm currently trying to beat right now is the one and only Sonic Wave. If we look now, this level has been off the demon list for years at this point. It's 341 out of all Extreme Demons, so I thought, let's bring Sonic Wave back to its glory days, and let's buff this to the top 1. If you do end up enjoying this video, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe, and stick around to the end, because let's just say things got very interesting. An aura name for this. We got Sonic Wave Finale. We're not going to be decorating this, but we're going to be making this way harder, or at least a good bit harder than Thinking Space 2. So, I think, here's how we're going to start this out, right? Let's, at least like a good bit of the cube part, let's just play this out, and I'll get my hitbox trail, and we're going to buff, like, everything to my click pad. So, you're going to have to click it. I'm going to move this over, so you have to click it pretty late. I'm going to move this one way over, so this is a pretty hard timing. Hold on, let's go into practice mode to make sure this first click is still possible, because I'm a little scared about that. Let's go here. So, I say what we do to make this click a good bit harder is let's just... One of the biggest things is we're going to kind of abuse saw blades. Like, this is how we're going to make most of these clicks, like, insanely hard. We're just going to put saw blades in really inconvenient spots. Come up here. That's fine. We'll leave this click the same. We'll just make it so you really do have to land on the edge right here. Look at the thing. This level's not super deco heavy, so we kind of can just move an entire structure down. Like, I say we move it down one more, and then what we do is we just change the structure a little bit. So right here, we just get rid of that spike. I mean, this isn't going to be, like, crazy hard. Just editor's note, that's a 240 FPS frame perfect, by the way. Yeah, we'll leave most of these clicks. Like, I don't want to make every click impossible, just most of them. Now with this orb, I think we just put a saw blade literally inside of it. It's just some play testing. It's very hard, but it is possible. A lot of the clicks are pretty hard. But the ship part, as I say, where we really gotta start adding some fun buffs. Okay, so you're gonna start out, and there's just gonna be, we're gonna do an invisible saw blade right here. Then we're also gonna have one layered right here. We're just gonna put this in like B3 or something, so it goes layers behind that. I did some playtesting. I think it's possible now. So now we're gonna move on to the ball. We're gonna leave this cube to be the same. All right. So I'm thinking with the start. So we got our hitbox trail out again. We're generally, I think, just going to pretty much make this first timing. It's literally, it's not gonna. This first time you set a click the right time, it's not gonna be like insanely hard. It's kind of just normal. This part right here, I want to buff this pretty heavily. Because these clicks are like a little too free. There's only a couple hard clicks in the ball. And the main thing is I just want every click to be hard. So we're just going to move this saw blade up. So this click is now a timing. It's not like an impossible timing. It's just a timing. I'm going to buff this pretty hard. So you're going to have to hit that pretty late. You're going to hit here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this here so that you can slide in. Alright, these timings, these are already pretty hard, but we're literally just going to buff them by like a couple pixels. Alright, and then these orbs are kind of free right here, so I think we tell you now. Go through here, bang bang, that orb will say the same, the orb's already pretty hard, and then do the same thing as before, just buff these clicks by like a couple steps each time. So this is like kind of already been done before, but we're just going to do the thing where you just on the edges of this, just make these like literally way harder. Okay, and then now is where we get to the fun part. We get to the wave. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to speed hack this like wave to get some hitboxes going, and we're just going to make this like freaking Eternus difficulty, bro. I'm not even joking. Having an absolute free gap, and not in my level, bro. So we are going to make, like, as soon as you get into the wave, you immediately have to start doing a timing. So you're going to have to go here, and we are going to put another saw blade here. So you go in, you gotta squeeze through that, this right here, so I like graze the edge right here. Is there like any way I can shove these on the bottom? We can. No, I'm evil. Okay, that's still possible, right? It's gonna be like insanely hard. But yes, that is still possible. And we're gonna have them be black, like mainly because I'm too lazy to decorate, but also so like you can't see them. You just have to like, just like click up. Okay, that's like that. Those were probably frame perfects right there. Then you're gonna come up here. Let's just like shove this shop. Can't talk. Let's just shove this saw blade down a little bit. So just gotta like release a little earlier. Don't worry about that too much. Let's then right here. Okay, so these portals are just gonna be off limits. Like, no, you're not allowed to go through there. And for that, I'm not being an innovator, dude. We're just putting these. Probably not, but is there a chance I can get away with putting these right here? But there is a chance. I might just have to like. Nah, that's still possible. Alright, so I'm thinking here we just like do kind of like a bunch of almost little micro clicks that you have to do. Because I hate these, so we're gonna add them. So we're gonna make like this little impossible little micro click right here, right? You go up, and what we'll do. Let's grab this right here. Throw this right here, and then we'll go up. Let's go like this. So you're gonna have to go through here, go up, down a little bit. Right here, we'll just make both of these structures like way tighter. Here we have enough to generally just move this like down to here. I don't want to make it literally impossible, so we just move it down to there. Here we're gonna have the true spam challenge, right? You're gonna go here. And I think you kind of just have to alternate here. It's gonna be kind of thing. If you want to play this level, you gotta know how to alternate, bro. This looks like absolutely ugly as crap. All right, so this cool idea I had is pretty much gonna go down, and you're gonna have these little individual clicks in between of like the major sections. And then once you get into here, I just think what we could do is we grab the saw blades and we just put them in the middle. So it's a way tighter spam. So we throw this literally up to here and just throw like a block underneath it. This is going to be some Slaughterhouse-esque gameplay. We're just going to throw this right here, and below it, we're just going to throw some saw blades. So you'll have like a bit of wiggle room. Then we're going to put, to kind of aura form right here, we're going to put take a break and color. Let's do like, I want to do one of the darker. Alright, so I just added a couple saw blades, and I think that's where I'm gonna end this recording. We're gonna move on to the next recording. We're gonna buff the last wave, second wave, last cube, and last wave. Alright, we're back with the recording too. So I did make a couple changes off camera to the cube. Not a lot. I literally just removed the sword. I think that's the only change I made. So you have to make that jump now. So I got a good bit of the wave marked out. I'm thinking you head in here. I got the like very top of this pretty decently lined out. So what I'm thinking we do is we bring back the evil spikes of a doom from earlier. Just throw these right here, and making this pretty hard timing once again. Now this little wave section we're gonna make like insane. Okay, I can't lie, we low-key just made the corridor of doom and despair right here. It's gonna be like the craziest choke one ever. But alright, now we got that done. It's an actual fun buffing gameplay again, in my opinion. I think this is gonna be really fun, because I can just like kind of buff this to my click pattern and just make some cool gameplay with like saw blades and stuff. Alright, this is a bit more accurate now, and then I think we'll... Actually, I don't even think we gotta do small spikes. I think we can genuinely just grab this big spike. If I throw this down here, is this gonna be impossible? No. That surprisingly is a possible gap. So I have a kind of evil idea for this timing, right? So we're gonna add these little mini spikes in here, right? So this, yeah, none of these clip your hitbox. So you can't like go super low, and you have to slide in between here. But then you'd hit the spikes, so you gotta go up a little bit. But we'll make it so you can't go up too far. So guess what's on the top up here? More spikes. These mini spikes have kind of been my friend buffing the level. I love making gameplay with them. I don't know. I just like putting them on the sides right here. It's pretty cool. Alright, and then for this spam right here, I think what we'll do is, I don't want to make like impossible spam, except for we kind of already did that earlier. Then in here we're gonna do more of the practically invisible timings, because I love how evil these are. Alright, so how we'll enforce this is, instead of using like these little barrier walls, I say we actually make this gameplay with saws. For most of it, mainly because like the other gameplay, I don't know, it feels like kind of lazy. Yo, what was I on when I made this part, dude? Alright, so we got this. I'm pretty sure this is possible. Yeah, we got really tight mini wave gameplay. Head into here. We'll leave that timing to be pretty free. And then for this, so I don't have to mess with the structures too much. Actually, let's just go back from earlier and copy and paste these. Alright, and then let's add another one of these like ore forming text right here. We're gonna do some like alright, so now we got the last bit marked out. Like I said, I think I want to make this one of the hardest parts of the level. Like I said, we gotta end out Sonic Wave Finale with a bang, right? Here we're gonna add these little spikes again. I love them. Those should also be possible. Get out of here, and then we gotta buff this wave spam to like the original version, or at least like kind of as hard as that original, or not the original version, but you guys know what I'm talking about. With that guy died here. We're gonna buff this just to like that. All right. Well, we have finished buffing Sonic Wave. What time you've been waiting for? I'm gonna go ahead and spend like an hour modding this level because of how hard it is. And here, Sonic Wave Finale. Alright. I just bought the level that took like 45 minutes. If you guys want me to like polish up this level, make it look better, decorate it, there's a lot of swaggers and there were a couple impossible timings, so I had to like do some crazy skips. So if you're wondering why that was like a crazy mini wave spam at some points, that's why. Without further ado, let's have a look at Sonic Wave Finale. And there it is. That is Sonic Wave Finale. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, if you don't mind, please like and subscribe and drop in a comment. It would really help out the channel. If you guys, like I said, if you guys want to see me like polish this up, make the actual level possible, I can do that. And but for now, I will be uploading Sonic Wave Finale